life. It'll be life.
I gotta tell you something.
Beer.
It's good for me.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world, we got another beer and cheese today. It's an open table, so you guys can get whatever you want. Hopefully, it works out for you. We got a cool-ass panel today. Another great 3 people that join me all the time. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, Bumpy Road Brews,
Cheerios.
East Coast okay Reviews. Cheers, guys. All right, thanks for being here, man. And man, we got a chat already forming. This is great. We got Dickie's Beer Reviews. We got Bumpy here. We got Pyramid and Finru Homebrewing. Cheers to you. We were like talking about how we like you guys so much, you and Stoney. Stoneyard Vineyards. Thanks for guys for being here. Chatio. Cheers. Square. We got Joey here. Square Table Degenerates. Luke John. All right. Cheers, guys. Cheers, chat. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and start this up. Let's show our stuff off, starting with Miscellaneous.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start with the cheese. So I got something. This is a product of Holland. It's for Beamster. This is their free-range grass-fed truffle Gouda.
I have not had that.
No, you haven't had this one? I know you're in the truffle shit.
I've done the truffle. I did look. I looked at a truffle one today.
Truffles. But yeah, we got the cheese here.
Nice.
Got a semi-yellow color, all kinds of truffle flakes in there with a nice jet black rind. It's got two layers to that. I don't know what's up with that. Different. And this shit was expensive. 13 and change for this 5.3 ounces of cheese. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Teamster hasn't done me wrong, so fingers crossed. All right, and then I do have a Florida beer, something new to my area, which is I'm reading more about it anyways. But this is from Cigar City. This is called Cosmic Crown. This is a Belgian-style golden strong ale. Comes in at 9%. It's the first time I believe I've seen this product. I was at the grocery store buying cheese, and I'm like, oh, let's go look at the beer. New stuff. Quick rundown of this. It's brewed with Galaxy hops and Belgian yeast. It comes in at 9% ABV. Yeah. Ale to add notes. It says notes of passion fruit and peach.
It's a happy beer.
That sounds
We'll
really
find
good.
out. Oh, that clarity, that looks pretty good. It's like a turbid cloud in there just swirling around. A lot hazier than I would imagined it. On the pour, it looked almost brilliant. Very, very effervescent. One finger, off-white, soapy, sudsy looking head. But yeah, it's pretty weird.
Nice. Yeah, that looks really good. Cool. Cheers, man. Cheers, Miscellaneous. All right, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Let
Bumpy.
me tell you something. Beer and cheese, it's good for me. I've got a Yancey's Fancies here. This is jalapeno and pepperdew. Pepperdew?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know
Me
what a
neither.
pepperdew is either, but this is a cheddar cheese. Now this has a black wax on it, so I'm kind of following a little bit with Miscellaneous here. We both got he's got a black rind, I've got a black wax. Different cheeses, of course. My beer is also from Florida. And it's also from Cigar City.
Woo!
I've got the Good Gourd.
The Good Gourd.
Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I figured since my my whole mind work on this beer is they have that spicy one from New Belgium, the spicy pumpkin ale.
Yeah.
So I
Atomic
figured,
pumpkin.
hey, if I'm going to have a spicy type of cheese, see how it
Pumpkin beer.
blends with an imperial pumpkin ale. This is 8.8% ABV, and it is 1 month old at the or just less than 1 month. It was brewed on August 1st, so still less than a month. But yeah, they like we used to get Cigar City stuff, and then it was like we were seeing it, and then all of a sudden it was like gone. As soon as this guy down here wanted to do a Cigar City thing, it was like good luck, you know. It was like everything that I had was like old stock, and all of a sudden it's fresh stuff. So
Oh yeah.
maybe they're making a comeback.
That's got
I
good
haven't
color.
had either of those, so
This is a dark beer.
Yeah, it is.
That was the thing about they try to make it. They use all the spices and stuff like that. Nutmeg, vanilla, cinnamon, allspice, so cloves, everything that you're gonna find in like a pumpkin pie type thing. But then they're talking about the gourd as well, the actual pumpkin. So I can smell it from afar. So it does have a lot of aromatics. But yeah, it's kind of a rocky, off-white, kind of creamy, yolky, slight khaki colored head. The beer color itself is pretty clear. I can see my fingers through it pretty good. It's dark though, so on that side without the light shining through, you can't really see through it. But it's a deep like amber. I know that a lot of people think that the amber is more of a yellow color and stuff, but if you're looking at an amber ale, this is like an amber ale color, but like dark. Yeah. Caramel, brownish, red hues. All right. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers, Bumpy.
cheers.
Oh, that's good. All right, Tanner. There you go. Here you go, man.
So the cheese I got, I believe I had the aged reserve before, but I got the old crock. This is their medium cheddar cheese,
Nice.
and yeah, I cut it kind of weird. I was trying to do something fancy today, but corner.
Well, that's fancy.
Yeah, it looks all right, right? Not bad.
Yeah, looks good.
But yeah, the medium cheddar I had the other day, I think it was a Stop and Shop brand, was decent, but that was a yellow one, and this is a white medium cheddar. And now the beer that I have, Alex really liked this beer, and I was surprised to see it. This is from Brick City Brewing. This is their strawberry jams, 5.45 the single can. It says brewed with lactose, conditioned on strawberry puree and vanilla, double dry hop with Citra and Mosaic.
I want to know.
8% alcohol by volume. So it is a double IPA. No canned on date, but it's the first time I've seen it, so I'm sure it's got a good date. Brewed and canned by Brick City Brewing LLC, Little Ferry, New Jersey. So this is New Jersey beer. If you want to check them out, you go to brickcitybrewing.com. So I'm guessing this is like a strawberry milkshake IPA. And the one that I had one by Harpoon that I really liked. I was like the only one buying it until they finally ripped it off the shelves. I think it got too old. But I remember there was a case sitting there, and I just kept buying 4-packs of it. So I'm hoping this is reminiscent of that one. And Harpoon, if you're listening, bring that beer back because I did like it. So I got my Trillium snifter glass. Pour this up. I hate when it starts leaking down the
Dribble.
side. I know I hate that.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Ooh, I don't like that. So, wow. I did wash this glass. I don't know why it's doing that. Well,
Tap it.
Tap time.
tap
No,
it.
not on the table.
Tappity tap tap tappity tap tap. Look at Tanner go.
Pro tip.
Yeah, it's still effervescent as hell. golden orange. Nice haze, but wow, is it effervescent? I mean, look at the head, almost completely dissipated already. Left like a little bit of like a half a finger of white head on top, but it's pretty much gone. But yeah, excited to try this.
I've had some hitters from that company.
Yeah, it's my first time trying Brick City too, so hopefully this works out.
Damn milk.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Milkshake IPA with a cheddar. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? So
we'll find out. Yeah, right on.
Definitely.
Cool. That's what I like about this show.
Mm.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks,
Cheers.
Taylor. Okay. You guys got some good stuff there, man. I hope it works. I'm glad we did an open table. I really wanted to do one. All right, so it gets boring doing the repetitious stuff. Okay, so I got one from Great Notion, a beer wise here. It's called the Juice Invader. It was canned in 726. It's an IPA, 7% from out of Portland. And yeah, so that's it. Let's pour it.
The only one I had by them was that bacon stuff. And that was pretty good, the bacon stuffed beer, man.
Oh yeah, dude, that is a good beer, dude.
Blueberry Danish.
Yes, they ain't lying about their flavors when they put shit in there, fruit wise. This smells so damn freaking fruity. Oh my god, it smells like the fruity gum that with the giraffe that has a bunch of colors.
Zebra.
The horse, the zebra. Yeah. It
Yeah,
smells like that. Finger and a half head, straw colored beer, hazy. Can't see through it. Very fruity. Oh boy, like pineapple and melon and stuff. Oh my god, I'm showing the wrong thing. It made my mind go all crazy. All right, so this is one. I got a feta cheese with blueberries in it. I don't know if I've done this before already, but I saw it and I was like, I didn't. And it just looked good. It sounded good. So I can't really show you. There we go, without it falling out. But it's got big old chunks of blueberries. And it smells really good. So I hope that works. Fruit with fruit, little salt, nice. Okay, milk too. Okay, cheers. Let's get back to Miscellaneous and start this show.
Don't you know?
Cheerio.
My camera was off a little bit there. All right. Scar City, Cosmic Crown, Elven Style, Golden Strong Ale. Once again, Cigar City nails the Belgian, dude. It smells like a really quality Belgian IPA. Clove. A little more heavy on the clove than banana. Banana's there. It's nice and light in the background. Definitely got a nice yeasty kick to it. Bready, brown bread, wheat bread crust. It's really not too hoppy. Let me move it a bit, jostle it. Do pick up some light fruit notes. 1 second, please, my son. Sorry about that. I forgot where I was at. Yeah, smells really good. Does it smell? It's got a bit of a sweet maltiness to it, but not overly sweet. Trying to get, they said peach and passion fruit. I don't know if I picked that up too much on the nose. Smells out of this world, though. Cheers, guys. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah, 9%. Not boozy.
Yeah.
No booziness. Cheers.
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 Wow. All right. One more. Medium body. Definitely get that clove banana. There's a slight floral spiciness to it, which is good. Not like as in heat, but you're picking up some of that hop note. Galaxy hop. I do get a bit of like just a pinch of that passion fruit peach note. I will say, definitely very yeast forward on the flavors, like your typical Belgians. Yeah, medium body, carbonations, medium. It's not too spritzy. Nice malty clove banana beer, dude. I've got no complaints. I don't know if this is as good as the frost proof. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So yeah, Beamster truffle Gouda. Let's move on to that. This is a very interesting smelling cheese. When I opened it, I was like punched right in the face with like umami. It's nutty. It's a little musty, earthy. I was picking up this weird. There's a funkiness to it. Very mild, slight funkiness to it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I don't know if I've had too much experience with the truffle. I've had some truffle hot sauce. I think I had some truffle oil before, but never dealt with actual truffles. They're expensive. Cheese.
Cheese.
It's definitely got a funkiness to it. Funky, slight, like a gym bag type of quality to it. It's earthy, funky. It is rich, creamy, nutty, slightly salty. It's that truffle. Truffle's working double time on this one, man. Because I've definitely had a Beamster Gouda, but not with the truffle. This is on a totally different level. I don't know if I got rind or flavor crystals there. It's a crunchy bit. Yeah, kind of just get like an earthy umami flavor coming through. After you have a couple bites of it, that funk starts to die down a little bit. I wouldn't say it's so much gym bag. There's a musty funkiness to it, though, for sure. Earthy umami. Will you stop playing around in there? Try and do something out here. Jeez. Kids, I tell you. Cheesers.
Jesus, bro. There we go. Oh my God.
Ooh. Definitely brings out that 9% a little bit. I will tell you that. Wow. Big alcohol notes brought to light. Brings a little more tangy aspect more from the Gouda. Brings the funk level down a little bit. You're still getting it. Banana clove. I wouldn't say it's exactly works. Definitely going to eat a little bit more. Let's have some beer and then the cheese.
Cheesers again.
I kind of like the beer before the cheese on this one because the beer kind of smothers the cheese. I like the fact that I'm getting more of that clove banana going in with the tangy funk of the cheese. Pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, the cheese is expensive. I don't know if $13 kind of high. But yeah, I'll munch down. I got a few more pieces here and a little bit more beer left. But yeah, holding some lacing. Looks pretty good. Cheers, guys.
Nice. Cheers, Miscellaneous.
Cheers,
bro. All right. So, Bumpy, are you ready? After the dogs come in.
Luke done like what a gym bag smells like, not what it tastes like.
Yeah. Reminiscent of it, sort of.
I'm gonna go with the
Yeah,
beer first here. I'm gonna try to regen a little bit ahead.
There you go.
I just let her out, and she wants to come back in. She's like a vampire. Watch this. I'm gonna open the door. She's gonna sit there. I'm gonna have to tell her to come in. Oh, she made me a liar. She came right in. Okay. So the aromas on this. Now, oddly enough, it's a lot like Miscellaneous is on the aromas. It does remind me a lot of like banana bread, but the thing is, it's got the spices and everything of like a pumpkin pie. So it's like a pumpkin bread. It's very bready up front, lots of bready malt. There's almost like a banana, like Laffy Taffy banana type aroma. But that's probably more like the kind of squash gordiness that's in there. The spices are just enough. Like this is like just it's spiced perfectly where it's not everything's combined well. It just mixes very well. Nothing's overpowering. This isn't one of those like everything that you smell or taste is just spice. You get that gordiness. You get the malt presence. Fantastic on the aromas on this beer.
Nice.
Yeah, pumpkin. If you've ever had pumpkin bread, yeah, it's a lot like banana bread, I think, but with pumpkin or some type of squash, cooking squash. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Where is it, man?
I think I've had that beer once. It's been a couple years.
It's got like a medium body to it, a medium carbonation, but yeah, it's got kind of a slight like softness to the palate, almost like you do have some type of like pumpkin like puree or something floating on your palate. There's like an oiliness to it or something. It's got some of that kind of bread note coming up, like a bread crust, brown bread. This almost drinks kind of borderline like a brown ale or an amber ale. It's like kind of in that kind of crosshairs as far as the way the malt presence is coming off, the way like the bitterness on this is kind of slightly earthy toned. It's noticeable. There's a noticeable bitterness, but it's fairly well balanced out with the way that the malt comes off. There's a slight like gourdy flavor. The spices are very subtle. Kind of get like nutmeg, I would say, is probably more of the prominent, but it's very like it's not overpowering any of the other notes. It's just well blended. I would say that the flavors are definitely less than what the aromas. Like this doesn't come off to me like I'm eating a pumpkin bread, pumpkin spice bread or anything. But it drinks like a standard type of beer, like I say, either like a brown ale or an amber ale with a little bit more than just subtle nuances. I mean, it's noticeable, but it's not overpowering with the gordiness or the spices. So it's done fairly well. I can tell you, this is probably one of my favorite pumpkin beers that I've had.
Hell yeah. Florida, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
That feels good when coming from where you live.
Yeah, the land of fluid pumpkins. Yeah. Yeah, up here, I mean, there's some places that kind of were nailing it at one point, and then they just totally went the spice route, and it's like, no.
I don't like it either.
All right, now I got to show you this cheese. I never actually showed you out of the package. This cheese is very pretty. It's got swirls of like the red pepper.
Ooh, wow. Looks good.
Actually, while I got
It's,
you
it's,
here,
fat-
Bumpy,
it's a
can
fresh
you
one.
spell out what that other pepper was one more time?
Peppadew. So Peppadew.
Not to be confused with Peppa Pig, right?
Right. Or Mountain Dew.
Oh no, she's a gangster. Watch out.
The smell on this cheese.
Whole picante peppers.
It's like a mild cheddar, but it's a very melty. When I was cutting this, I was kind of giggling a little bit silently, but I was giggling because it was like rubber. I couldn't really cut it with a knife. I had to kind of like wiggle the knife and break it off because it wouldn't just cut through by pushing down. It's like cutting into a rubber tire. But yeah, so it's a floppy kind of soft cheese, probably made from melting, which it does have the aromas of that con queso, the salsa con queso. It's similar to that. I've had another cheese that was like this too. But yeah, a mild cheddar. You get a little bit of the jalapeno aroma. It's kind of a sweetness to it too. It's almost like a red bell pepper sweetness with a little spice. You kind of get a little bit of that kind of heat on the nostrils. So, all right, eating cheese.
Hey, it's cheesers time.
Cheesers.
Yeah, this is just cheese is so soft and it does just kind of break down in your mouth. Mild cheddar notes. It's not sharp. It's not a sharp cheddar. You're getting the flavors of like jalapeno, a little bit of like a bell pepper, like a red bell pepper. And then there's a bit of a spice. There's a heat. It does build. As I talk, it's so much like that salsa con queso. It's like a solid block of salsa con queso, basically. Bit of saltiness, you get some salinity with it. The peppers taste pretty like fresh. It tastes like actual farmed peppers. So I'm getting the flavor of like the jalapeno and whatever else peppers in there, I'm sure. I'm not knowing exactly what the other pepper would taste like, but I've eaten plenty of jalapenos.
I put it in the chat there, Bumpy. On the private chat.
Yeah, there's kind of what I'm thinking the other pepper kind of gives me is it's like a red bell pepper sweetness, and then there's probably a bit of a heat with it, but there's kind of a sweeter side to it.
Yeah, it's a picante pepper, considered a sweet pepper with just a bit of heat.
Oh, where'd you write that?
In the
okay, there. I see it. Cool.
It's up in front of you.
Nice. Yeah, so I guess I could pick that pepper out.
You did good.
I did good. Yeah, it's nice. It's got a lingering spice to it. Wonderful. Now I got to see if it's going to do what I thought with kind of making it more like that New Belgium spicy pumpkin ale that they have. I'm thinking the heat with the kind of gordiness and all that stuff. I'm hoping it's going to go nice, and maybe some of the nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff will go well with it too. So let's eat the cheese. I'm going to get a bunch of it because this beer is it's got a flavor to it that might wash it away. So
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus, save us all.
Jesus. I'm gonna die. Oh shit.
I like that picture. That picture's pretty funny.
All right. You're supposed to chew that shit.
Yeah.
I know. So what was awesome? I started thinking. That was a problem. I started thinking while I was trying to chew and drink. I smelled the beer as I was still chewing the cheese. Wow, that was amazing. Because you get all that like pumpkin bread, the spices, those light spices and everything, with the flavors of jalapeno and the cheese. And that was great. Smelling the beer while chewing the cheese, 100%. The beer does have that kind of, like I said, it has that oily slickness to it. It does kind of coat the mouth. It kind of takes over a lot of the cheese flavors themselves from like the mild cheddar. But what I am left with is some of the nice kind of like amber to brown ale type flavors, the breadiness, the brown bread, the crust, a bit of that kind of gourdy flavor with mild spice. I mean, nutmeg is probably the dominant flavor still, but I still have that lingering heat from the jalapeno and whatever other pepper there is there. But there's that nice heat that's kind of lingering with it. The beer itself does wash away a lot of the pepper flavor, though, but there is a heat that's still associated with it. So it's working pretty well. It's just not doing exactly what I was hoping it would do, but I'd say it does pair up fairly well. So let's drink. Let's take a drink and then eat some cheese.
I think
Cheers.
that might work a little bit more because the beer's not going to run over your heat. Could be wrong.
Yeah, it's nice too. Because like the beer does have that coating effect, and as I'm chewing the cheese, I still have like the lingering flavors of the beer. It's just slowly like kind of intertwining itself, I should say, within the flavors of the beer until it is mostly just the cheese flavors. Kind of washes it out on the other spectrum, but it's like a slow kind of like a virus taking something over. It's very nice.
Nice.
This is a pretty good night for me with beer and cheese.
Good. It's about time.
Hell yeah.
No, good stuff, man. Right on. Well, cool, Miss Bumpy. Miss Bumpy.
Bumpy.
Yes,
Hi.
Mr. Bumpy. Mr. Bumpy. All right. Hey, thanks, man. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
There you go, Tanner.
All right. Start with the beer. Strawberry jams. I haven't sipped it yet, but I was giving it a little nose. Okay, so there's a really nice strawberries and cream aroma. But when you nose it a little bit more, I'm actually getting like a little bit of cantaloupe and some like orange, a little bit of hop resin as well. But for the most part, it's got a good balance between the strawberry cream and the other aromas that you would get with like a New England IPA. It does smell very sweet, though. It's definitely high on the sweetness, low on the hoppy side of the beer. But yeah, it smells really good. I think the one that I had before, the Harpoon, was definitely more strawberries and cream forward, and it kind of overpowered the aroma, overpowered the New England IPA side of the beer. But this smells pretty balanced for what it is. So I'm gonna dive into this. So cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Excuse me.
Oh wow, that's good.
Brick City, baby.
Need one more sip.
Cheers again.
I think what really stands out with this is the vanilla part. Now I know Alex was saying that this is really creamy. I could totally see what he was saying. The strawberry is a little bit more dialed back. The strawberry doesn't necessarily come out super prominent, but it kind of blends well with the vanilla. And the vanilla cream is definitely what is most prominent in this beer. There's a little bit of a tartness, slightly dry. You get a little bit of those hops. Like there's a little bit of like a lemony citrus. You get more lemon on the palate, where I was like kind of giving you like orange on the aroma. But yeah, the cream, the vanilla is super prominent. Now I'm like totally left with vanilla cream lingering, and it's sticking around for a while. But that strawberry is nice. It's definitely a natural strawberry. It doesn't taste artificial. So you get a little bit of the strawberry, and then, like I said, the vanilla cream just kind of steamrolls throughout the whole beer. It's pretty good. It's something that I think people, if you don't enjoy beer, or if you're not like a fan of like hops or IPAs and stuff, I think you would really enjoy this. Big sweetness. If you didn't like sweetness, then you might have a little bit of a tough time with this beer. But that's really good. I'm gonna have. There was only a couple single cans, and I didn't see any 4-packs, so I thought it was weird to see it in the single cooler. Maybe I walked past them. But that is that's something I would grab a whole 4-pack of that. I think this is I like this better than the Harpoon one I had. The body's nice. I'd say it's medium to full bodied with that vanilla creaminess, carbonation, light to medium carbonation, even though the effervescence in this was crazy. I don't really know what makes a head die off like that. Maybe it's the vanilla cream that kind of contributed to the head dying off and dissipating so quick. I'm not really too sure. I couldn't tell you. I don't brew beer, or I haven't brewed beer, so I wouldn't be able to tell you why that it's like that. But it's still a good looking beer. Looks like something that you would get at a brewery on draft. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a puree lacing that you kind of see with the fruited sours, but yeah, this is pretty good. What the hell is that in the glass? I don't know. All right. But yeah, that beer is good. I'm going to give that a good score. Now the cheese, the Old Crock medium cheddar. The cheese is actually like super oily. It's actually starting to sweat a little bit, but it does have this big oily layer, and I was kind of picking it up and smelling it, and you definitely get left with all those oils on your fingers. But on the aroma, it's got like the big milky, creamy. I think the nuttiness stands out as well. It's not overly salty. It's got a little bit of a saltiness, but I think it's just the right amount of salty. A little tangy. I think this one is more creamy and nutty, less salty, less tangy. But it smells pretty good. So I'm going to dive into this. So cheesers, guys.
Cheesers.
Package says smooth and creamy. So it's creamy when you first start chewing it, but it starts to get like kind of pasty and dry. I think the creaminess of this cheese kind of overpowers the other flavors. Is the salt and the nuttiness. Little bit of like a tangy aspect to it. But yeah, it's mostly milky, creamy, nuttiness. Pretty straightforward. It's right on the fence of a cheese that you could just eat straight up, and kind of a cheese that you would want to drink something with. In my opinion, it kind of seems like that. I feel like you could have a couple pieces, and it would be good for a little bit, and then I think the astringency or the dryness of the cheese might start to pick up, and you'd want something to wash it down. But for the most part, it's good. It's not super sharp. It's got a little bit of a bite on the back end. But yeah, it's more on the creamy side, and I think the creaminess of the cheese does kind of overpower the rest of the flavors. But yeah, it's a good cheese. I like it. Nothing compared to that Havarti I had the other night that I believe I gave like a 99 or 100 or something. But I think it's going to be in the 90 range. But yeah, let's try it with the beer. Let's see if anything different happens. So I'm thinking cheese is super creamy. This is super vanilla cream. So see if it works out. So cheeses, guys.
Cheers.
Cheezers. I don't know. I like fruits and cheddar.
Yes, me too.
Whoa. That's a lot of big, bold flavors at once. That strawberry note stands out a lot more. Kind of gives it like this strawberry cream cheese kind of vibe. Definitely kills that astringency in the cheese. Washes it down nice. Any kind of like New England IPA, like anything like the melon that I was getting on the nose. I just still don't really get on the palate on the beer. But yeah, it totally intensifies the strawberry and the cream, and it kind of see if it brings out the bitterness. Hold on one second. In the beer. Yeah. As far as like the fruits, tropical flavors, kind of get dialed back from the pairing, but the cheese kind of ramps up the strawberry cream, and it kind of adds to the bitterness a little bit, where it makes it a little bit more floral. I think it works really good. Like I said, I'm kind of getting like a strawberry cream cheese kind of vibe. Yeah, I like this. I think both of these products are pretty good. The cheese is pretty straightforward. I definitely like the aged one better than this one. The age was a little bit more dry. I think it had a little bit of like flavor crystals in it. I think the creaminess in this cheese definitely kind of not necessarily kills, but it definitely subdues the other flavors that you would get with the cheese. But the pairing worked pretty well, and I'm gonna have some good scores for the two. So cheers, guys.
Nice.
Cheers,
Cheers.
man.
Tanner.
Cheers.
All right.
Milkshake IPA and a cheddar. Not bad.
I really like milkshake IPAs.
Yeah, they're good, dude.
And they're good. They're good.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the beer. This has got some big time bubblegum, candy, fruit, tropical, and stone fruit. Pineapple is big in this. Pineapple bubblegum. I've never had pineapple bubblegum before, but it smells like it. It's like sweet candy bubble, like candied pineapple, bubblegummy, peach, nectarine a little bit, and peach nectarine kind of thing. What else is in there? There's a lot of stuff. It's just so much. It's so tropical and so stone fruity, so stony, and Stoneyard's Vineyard. It's got a richness in the smell. It's got like almost has like a lactosey kind of sweetness. I don't know. Anyway, we looked at it. It's straw colored. It's got good lace in there. Yeah, you were saying, Luke John was saying, you know, the nose and then taste it. It's not as good. We're going to find out. Cheers.
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 Cheers, beer man.
It's so good. Yeah. Everything I mentioned with a little bit of added hop burn, hoppy resinous in there, but it's got this spicy kind of peppery onion like vibe to it as well. Chives, not scallops.
Not to be confused with shellfish.
Yeah. Okay, you've had too much, Steve. Wow, that really hit the retro. That like went up my sinus area when I laughed. Yeah, so no alcohol, very soft, smooth mouthfeel, creamy, medium body. It's got a nice thickness. It's got there's lactose in this, man. They've got to have some kind of added or the flaked. It's like a flaked oat kind of flavor. Not flaked wheat. It's got more of a flaked oat or even a malted oat or some kind of oaty thingy thing. It's really nice. It really just has this great vibe to it when you drink it. It goes back with a slight bitterness, but it's like it's calculated so perfectly. It's got a sweetness that it's like a sweet, not super sweet, not cloying sweet, but it has a nice balance between that sweet and that sour kind of feel. Wow, I'm getting tropical fruits of some kind. What's that one fruit? Why can't I think of it? Anyway,
What's it start with?
it's not pea. It's not papaya.
Guava.
It's got like a guava. It's got a berry, a guava. Thank you. A guava berry, kind of almost like a strawberry, and a melon, like a cantaloupe melon. It's just all this. It's a conglomeration of like different flavors. It's really melding well together, and it's just so nice. It drinks so good. It's a great drinkable beer. Super nice. I really like this. All right. Let me pour some more real quick. Just, oops, on the tables. Glad it's not on the computer. So let's get some feta cheese in here with some blueberry. And let's see how this is. First, let's smell it. Let's get into the review part of it. Milky, slightly medium saltiness. Very creamy milkiness, like whole milk. The blueberry really comes through almost as a sour blueberry, like a sweet tart kind of sour blueberry. You can get it through the milkiness of it, the creaminess. Very nice. Let's get some of these. They're big old blueberries too. I love it. Look how big they are. They're not, I mean, for being like dehydrated or not dehydrated, but like, like packaged and stuff.
Dude, the ones that have been getting that work are huge. They're almost like nickel size around. Big fat ones this year.
Oh, man. Oh, nice. Ours over here were big, too. Oh, this must be the year. I don't know. The year of the dragon. All right. The hard, dry cheese, saltier than the smell. Definitely. Creamy, though. Very creamy. You're getting that blueberry kind of pulling through the salt, getting into the cream. I like that fruit entry. That's very nice. Very, very nice. I just want to keep eating it and eating it. You just eat it. All right. Now we're going to get into the mixture. Oh, it's so good.
How good is it?
Okay. It's tangy. It's like tangy milk with blueberries and salt. And I just want something to wash it down, but I don't either. I like eating it. Oh yeah. Oh, the blueberry earthiness and that salty milkiness really infuses into the beer. It just grabs it in your mouth and just shakes it all about. Yeah, what's that song? Shake it all
Pokey
about.
pokey.
Pokey pokey. Yeah, it's got a great vibe. It's a great mix. I want to put more. Hold on. I gotta have more. It's nice because it's dry. It's not wet and like stuck all over your hands. Where goat cheese is a little more wetter and pasty as it's going all on my face. I think it just got in my beard. Let's that's true. Tangy milk and blueberries and salt.
What version of the hokey pokey was that?
Beer man's version.
And it's at the end when you shake it all about.
Kidding, dude.
Yeah, I left it in my mouth and kind of still have to chew it up, but I kind of let it sift through. And this beer just really perfectly works with it. It's almost as if you can put this cheese, this feta with the blueberry. You can put this into the brewing process, and it would work perfectly. It might turn it into like a sour or a tart ale, but it's very good. It melts perfectly. It's just like this perfect component, and I really like it. I'm very glad that this worked out. I'm also very glad that all of our beers have worked out so far, it seems. And our pairing, excuse me. It leaves behind little crunchy like pieces that you still have to chew. They're like, oh, there's still some more. Hold on. Yeah, I love
Got
this.
the whole blueberries in there too. So they got seeds in them, little baby seeds.
Little tiny bitties. Yeah. Perfect match right here. Well, I'll give you a score for sure. But good stuff. Cheesers and cheers and prost and all that shit. Now let's get to cheers. Let's get to miscellaneous for our last thoughts.
All right, last thoughts. Oh wow, blurry there. Last thoughts. Beer is gone. Cosmic Crown, Belgian style, strong golden ale. I will say this, like I said, they knocked it out of the park with the Belgian aspect for. Excuse me. Sorry to clear my throat. For an American company doing these Belgian beers, man, their yeast profile, that whatever it is they're using or they're buying or they've concocted, it's really working for them, in my opinion. It's just when you open one of these, like I said, the Frostproof is another product that they do really, really well, Belgian style with beer. You get it, boom, punch you right in the face. Just clove, banana, yeasty, brown bready. It's fantastic. They're killing it. And honestly, to see a Belgian style golden or strong golden ale with Galaxy in it, I think that's pretty exotic and a bit stepping out of the realm of normal, the style, which isn't bad. It did bring up some fruity esters, like I said, the peachy. I thought the passion fruit was a little bit more heavy, but it wasn't like heavy. It didn't taste like passion fruit juice or anything like that. You kind of had to root around for it. You did get some fruitiness out of it though, which is nice. Yeah, good body. Carbonation was right. Drinkability really good. Would I buy this again? Yeah. I mean, and it was brewed. I forgot to tell you, it was canned on 5/5/22. So 3 months and a day. Still good. I got no complaints. Like I said, drinkability great, 9%, 20 IBUs. I forgot to mention that. Not bad. Did it remind me of drinking a Belgian style strong blonde or golden ale? Yeah, this is. It reminds me of stuff from over the pond. So that being said, I'm not going to shoot for the roof on this one because, like I said, I do think the frost proof is better. This is very good American version of a Belgian style. Let's go with a 93 out of 100. It's drinkable. Like I said, I would send this to you guys.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah. That's good.
Beer mail. I definitely think it's worthy of that, and I would buy it again. So that's saying something.
Now, was that one that was in their archives, or was that
I don't know. I think this is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah,
This is the one that has the. This is the one that had the skull on it. I think we did look at it when we were on the website.
maybe. I don't
When we did
remember.
your show, the brewery review.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that sounds good because their other Belgian was good. It's all coming back to me now. We did talk about this beer. We saw it. The cheese, Beamster, truffle, Gouda, not bad. The more it sat, I was thinking about that musty gym bag thing, and I was getting a lot of green onion chive was what I was smelling out of the cheese right before I put it back in the fridge after it had been out for half hour, 45 minutes. Flavor of the Gouda was good. Like I said, I liked it was pretty rich, had a nice tanginess, nutty. I wouldn't say it was it wasn't on the buttery side, more salty and rich. The addition of the truffle, like I said, I'm not really too familiar with it in, I guess, the quantities like that. It's different. It might not be for you. You might have and you'd be like, oh, that's absolutely disgusting. I got a pretty open mind. I've had bad cheese that's not good, and that's not it. I just think I think it's not bad. I would score it probably around the same at like a 93. It's one of those ones where it's a nicer cheese. It's a little bit more spendy. You're definitely getting less. But I would say it's more of an acquired taste. I could see somebody having that and just being like, yeah, that's not for me. Or the next person has it and they're like, oh, this is out of this world. It's so good. Yeah. Pairing, I will say I like the beer before the cheese because I got to get more of it killed the funk out of it somewhat. It took that earthy green onion type of note and toned it back. Worked with the I don't know, the saltiness, the salinity of the cheese, just the flavor profile. With the cloves and everything afterwards, with that earthy umami flavor of the cheese. I think it did work well. I preferred it beer before cheese this time. I remembered. But the cheese and the beer wasn't too bad. I just think that the beer was kind of washed it down a little bit and made it kind of dulled the flavor out. That being said, let's go with an 87. It did bring the booziness out of the beer too. A lot more, brought it a lot more forward. So yeah, I think what did I say? 87?
87 for the
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I could like I said, this pairing and the combination here, it's a little different and it's a little off. But like I said, it'd be one of those things that you're gonna like it or you ain't gonna like it. Mm-hmm. So it was not bad.
So from learning from you guys, it seems like there's a lot of cheeses that complement each other with beers, and then there's a lot of cheeses that like just intensifies the flavors. Or there's a lot of
like cheddar and stuff. I usually it'll bring like hoppiness. I feel like it brings up bitterness sometimes, and some different cheddars will take the bitterness out.
You'd be surprised
at a lot of experimentation playing around.
A lot of experimentation. Yep.
Like you could literally have the same cheese and bring it, and like just
get a different.
If you go to the store, just try it. Sit by yourself. You're having a snack. Cut some cheese. I'll have a fucking beer. We'll sit here and hang out.
Yeah. Some are a given though. Like some of them are like goat cheese and sour.
Like, my car. I'm on my lunch break.
You could go on lunch break. You could buy one of those charcuterie boards from the store you're stuck in. One of those grown folks Lunchables.
Have to be an NA. Have to be an NA beer.
Have it clip into your console.
It is lunch break.
I'm having a beer and cheese moment. Would you please leave me alone?
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bumpy. Here we go.
All right.
Clap on.
So I'm gonna to put this into a category, just because I'm drinking another pumpkin ale right now. That's quite nice, but it's a lower ABV one. And it's like, wow, I have just picked up some fantastic pumpkin ales today. But so I'm going to classify this as one of my favorite imperial pumpkin ales. Cigar City Brewing, they did a great job with their good gourd. Just it's not overpowering. 8.8% ABV is not detectable. That's the other thing I didn't even mention, because if I was tasting alcohol, I would have been like, oh yeah, there's an alcohol. There isn't. So that's nice. There's no burn. There's nothing like that. It is filling though. Like I said, it does have that kind of oily body to it. You get like gordiness, but very nice. I'm going to score it a 48 out of 50, which puts that at like a 96.5 or something like that. If you double it up. So somewhere around there anyways, or a 96 out of 100. It's an excellent beer. The cheese, very nice cheese. Now I have had other cheeses that are very similar to this, and like I said, I mentioned that salsa con queso. It's similar to that. It does, and I've had that before. But the nice thing about this one is with that extra mixed pepper thing in there, getting that sweetness was very interesting. The sweet, like red bell pepper type flavor, and then the heat's probably more likely coming from the jalapeno. But it's just a good blend. It was noticeable with the pepper flavors. The cheese was nice, mild. I prefer more of a sharp cheese myself if I'm going to do a cheddar. I like sharp, extra sharpity sharp cheddars. I really like them to get real funky like. But yeah, this one worked perfectly fine. I'm going to score the cheese a 97 out of 100. And I would say it'd be a great cheese. Like mentioning the con queso thing, or the salsa con queso. If you're going to do like a festivity, if you're going to use this during like some type of holiday type thing, maybe like a Day of the Dead, the day after Halloween, for Mexico, the Day of the Dead. And this could be a crackers and cheese, but I would recommend using tortilla chips. Just slice this up and just put it on some tortilla chips, just like you dip your tortilla chips in like the salsa con queso, but just eat it solid. I think it could be a good party cheese that way. It's even festive looking. I mean,
Looks like
Christmas.
Buy some tortilla chips on the way there and have
got a lot of different colorful specs in there and stuff.
Yeah,
I like it.
And it paired very well too. I mean, it wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was a perfect match, but it kind of, at least the heat from the cheese was still left over, and it just danced. It danced fairly well with the beer, so it's going a little bit better with this pumpkin ale that I have from Brooklyn Brewery. Just because, this one's a little bit lighter. This is more like a lager type thing. It's a pumpkin ale, but it's more like Vienna lager, like. So it's lighter, so the cheese has more
biscuity
depth within flavor of drinking the beer. So it pairs better with this pumpkin ale than the other one, but still, it still worked as far as the pairing. So cheers.
That's the Brooklyn one you have there now.
Cheers,
yeah.
man.
Oh, I was going to say it didn't look.
When Tanner, this is the other thing. When Tanner did his Brooklyn series, guess what? All the Brooklyn beers were gone. I couldn't find them anywhere.
I noticed that too. Yeah, it's funny you said that because I literally noticed like 5 different Brooklyn beers on the shelf.
Stuff would happen too with doing Multi Monday. It's like you do an episode of Multi Monday. Next thing you know, like 2 weeks later, it's like 5 different beers to choose from in the same category you just did, and it's like I just scraped by with what the hell I could find, and now it's like everything's out there. Are you kidding me?
I can't find any. Just one from New Belgium. That's it. But I'll keep looking.
Yeah, Dan doesn't like pumpkin beer. So hey, well, Dan, I recommend Good Gourd from Cigar City, and this Brooklyn Brewery one's pretty good too. The Post Road Pumpkin Ale,
Post Malone.
Post Malone Pumpkin Ale. Yeah,
Pumpkin
Post
ale.
Malone Pumpkin Ale. What? They don't have that.
it's
He
a
only,
grungy,
he only drinks Bud Light. Yeah.
grungy pumpkin.
All right, Bumpy, man. Thank you, brother.
Cheers,
All right.
Bobby.
Cheers. Cheers.
Sure.
All right, Tanner, are you ready?
Yeah. So for the cheese, I will say the cheese is a little rocky. What I mean by that is the mouthfeel of the cheese. It starts off super creamy, and then you kind of get left with this super dry astringency, kind of bitterness. And I think the creaminess, when it starts off, the creaminess kind of takes over, like the nutty and the tangy. You get a little bit of it, but then like it just starts to get super super dry. So I'm not like the biggest fan of this cheese, but I do like it. I do enjoy it. I'm gonna eat it. I'm definitely gonna finish it. Maybe not tonight, but I'm definitely gonna finish the cheese. I do like it in that sense. But yeah, I just think the mouthfeel and just kind of overpowers maybe some more complexity that the cheese could be bringing out. But that doesn't mean it's not bad. Yeah, so for the cheese, I'll give the cheese I'll give it a 90. I think that's a fair score for this. I do like it, like I said. It's just there's certain parts about it that just I'm not a huge fan of. I kind of wish it was a little bit more complex. I wish the nuttiness. I wish I was getting a little bit more tangy flavor. I just wish those would stand out a little bit more. But still, decent cheese. It was worth the $6. Would I buy it again? Honestly, I'd probably get the aged one over this for sure. This one I could see some people enjoying, but for me personally, like I said, I would definitely grab the aged if I was going to go for an old crock block of cheese. The beer, this strawberry and jams, it brings me back. This was a while ago. This might have been last year that I was drinking those milkshake IPAs from Harpoon. And I had a couple orange creamsicle ones. And they just stopped coming around. Milkshake IPAs were like really popular, and I can't find them anymore. I'm a little disappointed because I really enjoy the style. I like
Me
them.
neither. Me neither.
Yeah, they're hard to find. They're very hard to find, which is when I saw this, I was pretty excited. I was like, oh hell yeah, some more milkshake IPAs are coming back. It's a style that I wish more people would do. This one, I really like this beer. I'm gonna give this beer like a 98. I think it's very good. It's got some nice complexity to it. Sometimes the milkshake IPAs, they're a little too overpowering. But this one seems like it's all around balanced. The flavor it's full flavored. There's nothing offensive. Yes, the strawberry cream note is super prominent, but you do pick up a little bit of those flavors that you would get with like the New England IPA. And it's got a little bit of like a resiny hop resin aftertaste, which is nice. And I would say, as compared to the Harpoon, this beer is definitely sweet, but it's not as sweet as that. So yeah, I really like this. And yeah, Alex, I saw this and I decided to pick it up because I remember you enjoyed it. So Alex is in the chat.
Alex
I
talking
wasn't
about
able to get the
milkshake pumpkin beer.
And
milkshake
Oh,
beer.
he was talking about Imprint, I think.
Oh,
I remember he had that, I think, last
that's
year.
different.
No, I don't think it was IPA, though.
What did I say for the number? 90. Would I give it 98? Believe so. We'll go with that. 98 for the strawberry jams by Brick City Brewing. First time having these guys. Hope to be able to find some more products. Hopefully they start distributing more products over here, and maybe I can try some other stuff by them. But yeah, damn good job with the strawberry jams. I do like it. It does kind of have like strawberry, like a strawberry jelly kind of vibe that isn't very it's not extremely noticeable in the beer when you're like just sipping the beer straight up. It just kind of blends with the cream. But when you add the cheese, it definitely kind of turns into like a strawberry jelly. I also typed in the private chat. I was getting like a little bit of like with the combination, I was kind of getting the tanginess is definitely brought out a little bit more overall for the two in the pairing. I was kind of getting like a strawberry Greek yogurt, and also there was a little bit of like a biscuity breadiness in the beer that you sometimes get with these New England IPAs, and that kind of intensified as well. And it was giving me kind of like a strawberry cheesecake. I think I said cream cheese at first. I meant to say cheesecake. But yeah, overall, this the cheddar really did enhance this beer, and it just made it even better. So for the pairing, I would say I do think I'm gonna give it a 96 for the pairing, which is still a really good score because it did give me that vibe. But I think maybe like an aged cheddar where you're getting like flavor crystals, I think would really, really ramp up this pairing and make it overall 100. But yeah, so for what I'm pairing with the cheese and the beer, 96. But like I said, this strawberry jams or any milkshake IPA with maybe like an aged cheddar, I think would be phenomenal. And I would like to try a cheddar or an aged cheddar with a orange milkshake IPA, because a lot of the orange milkshake IPAs give kind of like that orange creamsicle, and I can only imagine the flavor that could be brought out if you had like a cheddar like this or even an aged one, really intensify those flavors and turn it into something different. And yeah, I think they both did a good job. Like I said, the Old Croc, it had its flaws, but it held over. It's enjoyable, and there was nothing really too offensive other than the fact that it was a little astringent. It was a little overly dry, and kind of diluted back those more what is the word? Complex flavors. But yeah, overall, 90 for the cheese, 98 for the beer, and a 96 for the pairing. So cheers, guys.
Nice, dude. Cheers.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Awesome, man.
Go get yourself a big IPA and a cheddar.
Cool.
What you think?
Well, I like fruit with cheddar after last night. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah, this is right up your alley when you do the short,
and peanut butter.
I think you would definitely like this beer, man. It's open table this month, isn't it?
Well, actually, no. I changed it.
Right.
Yeah, I might wishy-washy it. We'll see, but I like the open table thing. But
Wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy. Yeah. All right. You just want to see the world burnt, don't you? Okay, well, one thing, I'll show you what I have here for those coming in. I don't know who saw what, but Juice Invader by Great Notion out of Portland, Oregon was at 7% ABV, New England style. Very, 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 very delicious. A very delicious beer all around. Smooth mouthfeel, creamy, body medium, freaking nice finish. Fruits and flavors of pineapple was the main one. Bubble gum had a little kind of there was a little bit of a yeasty kind of estery thing in there, but it was real nice. It worked in perfect. It wasn't an off flavor by no means. It had a really nice pithy orange I didn't mention, and a slight mango. There was a nice apricot kind of thing I didn't say either. Yeah. But there was also, like I said, peach, stone fruity, kind of tropical, guava, even a berry or a cantaloupe melon kind of thing coming out. I don't know what hops they had in this. I didn't go to Untapped or Beer Advocate for scores, but definitely a winner in my head. Very delicious. I would buy this over and I would make this my everyday if I could afford it. It was expensive. You know, seven fucking dollars a can. I mean,
Damn.
come on. So yeah, I'd give this a 90. I'm gonna, man. You know, you made me think, Dan, last night with that question. I'm gonna go 96 out of 100 on this. This is pushing the 95. This is almost pushing world class. Like, this is an amazing beer. I would send this to people. I would send this to you guys. Fresh, of course. Fresh as could be. Very good. Very good. So, and then the cheese was just amazing. It was good. It was good. It was a feta cheese with blueberry, and it was dry. And I don't need to get into the flavor notes again. We've already heard it, but it was kind of like a drier, not wet, kind of feels salty. We're doing it, aren't we? Just a good cheese, man. And the blueberry was a nice earthy influence in there with that sweet, fruity, earthy kind of thing. I like that. And then mix that in with this beer, and it's just phenomenal. So the cheese, I'll give a 95 out of 100. We'll go with 95. I want to try more feta with fruit added. The mixture was a 98 out of 100. I'll go 98. I'm not going to go 90, 199. I'm going to stick at 98. But very good. Very delicious. Something to try. Do it. Seriously. It's worth it. Worth your money. So there you go. Quick and easy. All right, let's get us up here, man. We're good. So go ahead and shout it out. Cheers.
Cool.
Well, I don't really have any shout outs. I've just been on kind of hiatus, taking a little break. But I don't know, not really. I'm just going live, listening to music, playing video games. Taking a break off of the beer tube, you know. And I'll get back to that eventually. I'm still writing down notes and stuff. Like I said yesterday, I would like to get another episode of Inebriated Thoughts together. I liked it. It was a cool concept. There's good feedback about it, positive feedback. So that's good. It wasn't just a complete drunken train wreck, which is awesome. No, I'm just kidding. We have a good time. What else? I mean, you go check out Lep at Thursdays at 9 for the hot seat. Alex and Friends is also that night at, I think he's saying 10 to 10:30 range now, depending on the situation. So just keep your eyes peeled. If you got the bell rang, it'll let you know. Who else? Go check out Ridge too. Ridgeopolis. Get a nose on her. He's been getting some good stuff. He sent some beer mails out too to a few people. Sure most of you guys know who they are. I can't think off the top of my head right this second, but I have watched them. It's cool. So cheers, guys. Cheers to everybody in the beer community. The chat was good.
Cheers, bro.
Nice. Cheers.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.
Maybe I'll do a pop-up power hour.
Cool.
Sweet.
With lower percentage beers.
Good gourd.
And don't bring up hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bad night.
Keep it 5.2 and under.
So yeah, promo stuff. 50-point inspection videos. They come out Wednesdays and Fridays from my channel. Bumpy Road Brews. Friday night right now is, or Friday, not Friday night, but Fridays on those inspections are dedicated to FLX beers because they sent me a package. So every Friday will be an FLX beer on the 50-point inspection until they are gone. And then Monday, I have a live stream that I do on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time, to start of the show, no matter what show it's going to be. I do have my new brew. That's the newest show of mine. But every now and then I do bring back, I think this might be one of the last ones, of bringing back the Malty Monday, because there was a few that we missed. We just couldn't find them at the time.
I think this style used to be one of the contenders at one point. This was like one we were fishing for a while.
Maybe, yeah.
The Belgian style Golden Strong Ale.
Yeah, that was the Belgian IPA one. That was a difficult one for a second. But yeah, this upcoming Monday is going to be it's going to be a multi Monday revisit, and it's going to be the English mild ale. That can be a dark mild, can be a light mild, whatever. I'm not sure the different milds there are, but if you have a dark one, that's fine. If you have a different one, as long as it's an English mild, bring it. Doesn't matter if it's dark or light or in between. Other than that, I'll shout out FLX Beer Reviews. Dan and Mike, check their channel out. They're in the chat here, so you can. I think you can still find them if you click on something in the chat. If you're just in the chat and you're not someone that typically views their channel, just check them out. Two great friends that do very fun, entertaining beer reviews together. They add some just kind of comedic and just they invite you basically into their lives a little bit. They'll talk about stuff. They'll kind of go off topic and talk if they get stuck on something that gets brought up in their conversation. It's just nice to watch them doing their reviews together. It's not mundane at all, and I enjoy them. Other than that, Miscellaneous brought up Lep TV. He's big into cooking and stuff. Yeah, it's still it's operating as a regular refrigerator right now. This is my fermentation chamber. But I got the boys coming over tomorrow, so I'll be working on this tonight. Going to be doing a biscuit. This is an 18-pounder.
You got some eating to do.
Yeah, almost 18.5-pound brisket. So
it's gonna be a cover charge when you get there.
Yeah, I'll be
right.
trimming this up and getting it on the smoker tonight, doing a low and slow overnight. So, Tanner, you better come hungry.
All right, sounds good to me.
All of a sudden, your head got smaller.
Right? Oh, but that's not all.
Oh no! What did I do that for?
I am going to make some barbecue. I've never made barbecue beans before, so I'm going to make some barbecue beans. Tonight we did steak tips, so I have one steak tip left over, and I'm going to cut this up and put it into the barbecue beans. So I think that will be good. So this is already seasoned, smoked, but it's going to be extra smoky.
Jesus, that sounds good, dude. Damn. I want to go.
Man, I like a little extra smoke.
Gonna get on a plane tonight, dude. What's the cover charge? Fuck.
Just bring some beer.
Can I get a float? Can I get
All
a
right. No, I'm not joking. No.
I won't make it tomorrow. Fortunately, I won't make it.
Pumpkin beers for all.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well,
You didn't remain.
yeah, so shout out to me. So I think we're planning on doing my show, but who knows, John, me and Bumpy hanging out. Maybe we'll just do like just a live stream hangout. I'm not too sure yet. John was kind of telling me, it makes sense, hanging with people who don't want to be obligated to do a show, especially late, and we're drinking, and who knows how we'll be. So, yeah, if it comes down to it, look forward to my new show tomorrow. It's called Beer Brawls. So you pretty much just take two beers that are same style, and you compare them. I think the way Bumpy was saying last night when I was talking to him, we like to do like a Rhode Island versus New Hampshire versus Mass, New England. I think that would be pretty damn cool. And then whoever else wants to join on the panel, just grab two beers that are the same style, and it'll pretty much just be present what we got, and then we'll go full panel, and we'll just have some conversation. That way, not everybody's up for 20 minutes reviewing two beers and then comparing them. So it'll be a little bit more laid back, but it's still going to be like beer review style. And it's just a different show that I've been thinking of. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll also be doing possibly the next couple weeks, something like that. We're going to be doing Spirit Showdown, which is pretty much the same thing. Take two different liquors or spirits and just compare them. So you can get yourself some nips. You don't have to go crazy and buy 750s, $20, $30 bottles, 750s. Grab a couple nips if you'd like to join the show. Maybe get a couple bourbon nips or a couple tequila, gin, whatever it is. I haven't really seen gin and nips other than Bombay, so that might be a little bit tough. But yeah, so look forward to that. And then Saturday's my Rate That Beer. And John was telling me I'm actually going to be bringing a bottle of whiskey to Bumpy's. So, if we get time to do it, possibly a whiskey review with me, John, and Bumpy. So I think that would be really cool. I don't really have many friends that drink whiskey other than my cousin's fiance. So it'd be nice to do like a duo review.
I'd share my gin with you, but there's not much left.
Bumpy been hitting the gin, dang.
But yeah, so look out for that.
He Road Brews now. That's why it's called that.
That doesn't mean that Will It Mix and Brewery Reviews is done. We'll still be doing them in the future. But like I said, I want to switch things up. I don't want to keep doing the same thing every week. It is a liquor review channel, so I got to interpret more liquor shows and try not to do the same thing as everybody else. Just try to switch it up and kind of have my own style of a show. I think it's something I definitely need, and it'll be fun. So, shout outs to other people. Go check out. I'm going to keep shouting them out until you guys help him hit that 1,000 mark. Jean H. Pierre, Beverage Ramble. He's in the 900 range. Good dude. Great beer reviewer. He also does spirit reviews and wine reviews. If you like wine reviews, if you like beer and liquor reviews, kind of like me, I'm all over the place with the reviews too. So he's kind of has the same concept to his channel. So go show some love and drop him a sub. And then also I'll shout out Cheech Whiskey Encore tonight. I believe he should be going around 11:30. He does like a whiskey live bar hangout where it's pretty much just go there and drink and talk about whiskey and have a good time. Even if you're drinking beer, I'm sure he'll let you up as long as you're respectful. And he's a pretty laid back dude as long as you're respectful to everybody on the panel. So go check him out. And also check out Super OG, another great dude from Canada. Makes some awesome videos. And yeah, that's it for me. Enough rambling. So cheers, guys. Thanks for having me tonight, beer man.
Nice.
Drinking, finishing off my German Helles.
I love it. That's a good beer, actually.
Yeah, it is. I do enjoy this. Yeah, I like the Paulaner a little bit more, but
yeah, no, I know. Yeah, but they make some great beer. That Hofbrau or whatever. Yeah, they're good, man.
Yeah, I can get a Dunkel by them as well.
Oh, their Dunkel's delish too. Like yeah, brewery. That's my top brewery now. Right on. Cool. I've had them. Anyway, yeah. So beer and cheese for next week, man. Let's get it out. Let's do it. You guys ready for this? You guys got a camera?
Y'all ready for this?
I had to think about this a little bit. Come on.
Stop singing. You're gonna get
So we got a Marathon. We got a foreign extra stout.
Oh, I'm definitely going that route.
And we got any Belgian style. So it doesn't matter what Belgian it is. Just whatever you'd like to bring.
Damn cheese
I think everyone can. And cheese curds, I put that back in there. Chevrolet's in there again. And then
digging the cheese curds.
I think there's, I had regular ones before. I want to get herbal ones if they have them, like the herbs and stuff. But any pungent cheese as well. So yeah, check that out.
What does pungent mean?
Pungent, strong, and woo. Like, to really get you in the nose.
Are certain styles that are kind of fall along those lines?
Well, it would be like more of
some Limburger, Doug.
Like the one you didn't like. That one that was terribly
They're all cheeses that we're gonna.
Your man brought Limburger one.
strong, smelly cheeses. Blue cheese is very strong and stinky.
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola,
Swiss cheese can.
What was that one?
Swiss can fall in there.
We had that.
Which Chevrolet cheese?
That cummy one that you didn't like, that one would fall in there.
Chevrolet.
What's
Chevrolet. I think Chevrolet's kind of a bland cheese.
That's goat cheese. Well, Chevrolet's
I will
goat
tell
cheese.
you a good one is that Mimolette. That Mimolette cheese is really good.
I saw that and I can't find it, and I see it in the list. And I'm like, maybe
you
I
don't
should
get it a lot. Yeah, it comes. You got to get it.
I see what you did here, baby.
One of us. Oh my god!
Well, I'm trying to mix styles
so it is
with.
kind of funky.
I know you're getting
now.
You want.
So put it together, man, and grab it and bring it. 8 o'clock Eastern Tuesday. Wednesday will be tomorrow will be Beavis and Butthead. I like your style. There'll be Beavis and Butthead. I had no luck, but I actually did. There was one cartoon that they had that has to do with what I'm bringing. So thank God, but that was hard. Let me tell you. So yeah. Okay. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock next week, Wednesday.
Triple for TV.
Yeah. I put up a couple shorts today of my hops that I grew or picked. I had today I got Willamette 2.55 pounds of 2.5 pounds of Willamette, which I'm really, or Willamette as most people would say, but that's how you say is Willamette here. But yeah, looking forward to it. That'll get me through. I mean, you're talking ounces. You don't add pounds in your beer, so that'll be good for a good 6 months, 7 months of brewing, depending on how much I brew. I need to start fucking brewing. Is what I need to fucking do. I'm waiting on the ingredients actually. The guy's sending them on Thursday, so look out for that. Waiting on a fermentation tank as well. I had to break down, dude. Sorry, credit. Anyway, other than that, let's get into some shouts for some people. I've got 5 people in my head right now. Imperfectly Me Crafts with Mallory and Chewy, her husband, very cool girl, and cool husband of hers who films it for her. She just did she likes to do the brewery things. Awesome. She's doing a big old tour with her husband. Very cool.
300 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah.
But by the time they finish that tour, they're probably going to be at 500 subscribers. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're have to change it. A beer a day with TK, which they had some extravaganza that they all were participated in, and this guy is also a very good reviewer. I like his stuff. I like what he brings to the table. A beer a day with TK. And Beer Hounds Beer Reviews is with us now, I think, if you're still here. That's one that I love to shout out. I love to watch you do your reviews and stuff. I don't like to watch you. I'm not like that. But I like to watch your show, your videos at night, though. Usually when I start to, my wife goes to bed and I start looking at the reviews and everyone to catch up. So it's really cool. Stoneyard Vineyards. I've also got a bunch of hops, bunch more than me. I'm jealous, but no, good job, man. And he cooks a lot of really good food and brews a lot of good beer. He's got a lot of experience with his home brewing side of it all. So, and Finru Home Brewing from, I want to say Zealand, but I think he's Zealand, right? Australia, somewhere out there, out back. But good stuff. He's gotten back into it. He was out for about a month and now drinking again, doing his thing and brewing. So cool. I've seen that. Where the fuck have I seen that before? But yeah, good stuff. What else is there? I'm just trying to think.
I've seen Beer Barbecue Baseball putting out a few videos.
Beer Barbecue Baseball.
Jesse.
Another one.
Yeah.
Yes. And Ron showed up today. Yeah, dude.
It's been a while.
Heck yeah, dude. Good to see him. But I want to thank you guys. Thank the panel first here, foremost. Miscellaneous. Cheers to you first. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. We got Bumpy Road Brews and East Coast Elky Reviews. Thank you guys for being here and always being here, always participating. Appreciate your support always, and anyone else that wants to show up here. So And then comments, man. We had a lot of people, man. You know, like I'm not even gonna go through it. Y'all know who was here. Much love to you guys. Okay. Cheers to you. I'm gonna read it. Let's do it. We got time. No, we don't. It's
You're gonna
1:35.
read every single comment?
No, we're not gonna. No.
That's you gotta. I hope you're ready to read.
We are just gonna stop there. No, so we're gonna stop. But you guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from. I'm looking for the fucking outro, dude. Hold on. All right, we got it. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world. But not after one more sip. Cheers. Oh, what's up, Bumpy? Cheers, guys. Cheers, everyone.